Chào anh.
Today we will Today we want a presentation about a report on CPC cooperation training for 2 days, 2 nights, and the first presentation is
First, I want to introduce about our outlet. First, about introduction. First, about introduction. In the introduction, we will explain about background and purpose. And then syllabus. We have 3 points about international marketing, research and development, and human resource development. And then activity. In activity, we will to explain about team motivation for marketing team and visited Hinoki village. And the last is about our experience. Okay, first I want to explain about introduction. This one. Introduction about background. Do you know CPC Corporation, right? I think every people in Taiwan know about this company. Because this company is very famous in Taiwan. CPC was founded on June 1, 1946 with a mandate to lead the country's energy sector. CPC has consistently ensured a stable supply of petroleum products despite recurring oil crisis, liberalization of the domestic market, and fluctuation in produce price. This CPC, this company about product petroleum product. Okay. And then about purpose. CPC currently employs a total of 15,152 people, and the company endeavors to bring out the potential of its employees through long-term training and career development. In this company, before the employer work in this company give the train for their employers before their work in this company. So in this train, there can equipment ability to work in this company. Okay. And then, the next.
And the next section is how about we learn about syllabus. The first we learn is about international marketing and international trade practice. We learn about the concept of marketing. This is the important learning about this training. And the second is difference between domestic and international marketing. The third is the process of internalization of enterprise in this marketing. The second we learn about R&D development base for petrochemical industry. This is you remember about this class, right?
Yes.
I think so. And we learn about in this section we learn how to make improvement for the better future in this company, in the new product, new services, and new improvement in this company too. This is in the section we learn about petrochemical filtering petrochemical oil, and for the walking we take around 30 minutes to go the R&D place. And next is transnational human resource development for petrochemical industry. We learn for how to join to this CPC. If you want to join with this company, this is the important how become our agent in your country and join in our investment companies, Vietnam Exploration Section Project, work in the domestic company of your country to do business with CPC, and the last is get married with Taiwanese girl or boy for getting nationality of Taiwan, then participating in recruitment events for the service. I know this information for our mentor in the CPC training. He told me about how to join.
If you are going to join CPC, which one would you choose?
This one. I think this is the very easy way to you going to join this.
Okay.
Yeah. I think everyone in here is the same way, right? Created, okay. And the activity will be session in Anya.
And I want to explain about activity when we spend our training. This one, team motivation for marketing team. In this session, we have some games. I think the purpose of this session is about how to build a relationship with others, like that. Because when we do some business, we need to have a good relationship with partners, our business, like that. So we must know how to build the relationship, how to communicate with others, like that. And in this session, we have some games and spread to some group, and we can know each other more than before. Yeah. I think this session is very fun because we have many games. Yeah. And then this is a visited Hinoki village. Yeah. I think this place is very beautiful, and this place one place recommended when you go to CIE, because this place have Japan trips. We can see like Japan house, and then you can see this one. Cherry blossom, yeah, like in Japan, yeah. And in this place we can take many pictures because this place is very beautiful, yeah. And then next about experience.
Okay, why training is important for anyone have the answer? This is the answer. Yeah. Okay. Training is important because if we learn something new for the company, it will be easy if you want to effectiveness, like productivity, surprises, and anything else. And respond to organizational restrictions. This is very important too. And adapt to increase diversity of the workforce and support career development. support career development, and fulfill employee needs for growth. And the less trained employees are more efficient. If you accept that a better future with, if you want to make the better future for your workplace, you need this one, training. And the tools at your disposal, such as personalized learning, are more important than I mean training is very important than ever. And to learn more, get your free copy of your overgrade to creating and delivering personalized service. Thank you. Thank you. Any question? No. I think thank you. Next. Thank you. Thank you.
Ciao Ann. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Yeah. This morning I wanna explain about CPC Corporation report. My name is Akun Nariswarini. My Chinese name is Putali, but you can call me simple Selilin, right? And my friend is Lily. You can call me Nita. Yes. Presentation. Very Akun You experience extraordinary. I can training in CPC because you know that CPC is very famous in Taiwan, like that. And I have this maybe first in my field is what is CPC Corporation in Taiwan and what is the purpose of our training and why our training in CPC Corporation is important, and do you have a special moment after training? Maybe you have a full loving. Oh no. No. And next. Yeah, welcome to our report. Yeah, the section of discussion. Maybe I have a 3 steps in here. I have introduction, discussion, and conclusion in here. Maybe my experience. And then about my activity, maybe I have a story about 1 day, 1, 2, and 1, 3. No about time. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, you know, CPC Corporation is the company generally that products a wide range. Please extension, my friend. Okay, the product of fuel and natural gas, and my business includes separating, extracting, refining, and transporting and selling petroleum. It also produces various chemical and has a retail after all over Taiwan. CPC of the pre-prong trick as helping Taiwan toward you know, is that and then it received and you know, CPC is about company in fuel company emission and natural gas and petroleum and other. In the CPC, we have another always every year have a new innovation about petroleum, about gas, and about technology actually that maybe and then this you know is picture. I have more picture. You can day 1, day 2, and this is my picture with my friend. I want to find what's in here. Okay, like That's about introduction, visi, misi, value, and tagline of the company. That you know, CPC is big a company in Taiwan and actually have a big misi, big visi, and call a value and tagline. Did you know VC is a safe, clean, internationally competitive, integrated energy space, and mission is provide our customer with a supreme quality, reliable energy supply and service, and key contribution to Taiwan. Actually, to contribution of Taiwan economy prosperity, and this to core value aggregate and so on. And then the purpose I have a conclusion is purpose. This general purpose in this activity is to expect knowledge, your knowledge in the workplace environment, that providing information on the how to work directly about the production process from start to finish in the company. I think it's very important. Besides that, as the learning told, I mean, not only technical but also practice and how to play it, because in the workplace we all about my experience, about how about you can survive or no, like that. Yes, maybe its training is very important. And about the product and everything, this wheel oil, and petrol chemical, natural gas, and lube oil, and another. This because the CPC is a big company. And then my friends, I think more better if more time in there. Are you agree with me? No. In there, more visit, more destination tour. Are you agree with me? Yeah. No. Okay, maybe it's just me. Okay. Next is about experience about activity. Okay, day 1, day 2, and day 3.
Okay, thank you for continuing our presentation. Next, this section, I would like to presentation about activity. Our activity, we have 3 days training right in CPC Corporation. Yes? Yeah. On the first day, generally, we have introduction about welcoming our team, our university get visit to CPC Corporation. So the first day, before we enter the first day, we also knew for our place. So where is the place of our training? Also right in Kiai. This is the address. You can look this picture that we have training in there. So the first day we get the material about international marketing and international trade practice. So this is material, we get some information, knowledge about material entry mode and procedure life cycle of product of CPC, like machine or oil, petroleum, gas, and natural gas, like that. On the second day, we have a more funny and more attractive material or activity that we get. One of the interesting material is based of RMT petroleum industry, and in there we get a visit, direct visit, and we get some information about innovation. That first we get gasoline engine performance test. This is a material about compare about gasoline or product CPC with the other corporation. This is some information as important for us because we get a differential about like fuel in CPC and other company. Also, we get new about energy and about machine, about horsepower, as not to be noisy. So CPC have innovation about machine. And the third, we get a spare part room. We get a spare part room about gasoline engineering, but it's like more professional about the first part. And the cleaning machine as a light intake valve deposit. Next, we go into the engineering tax lab. We get so many differentiation about material, and we get a look direct about engineering tax lab. Research octane number and motor octane number. So we get the third day or the last day. Next, we get a visit Hinoki village as a traditional Japanese culture, and we have to so we have to agriculture quality. And before we end our trip, our training, we have to visit agriculture quality. So before the conclusion, we get any topic or any question have you get in our training as 3 days, friends? So the experience that we have in training, we get the environment on work in general. In addition, we can learn about how to work on work procedure, discipline, work order, industrial machinery, or etc. And we also have a communicate, increase diversity workplace of language and custom, safety training, and we have the critical way working of heavy equipment like CPC. Okay, maybe this is our presentation like that. So any questions? Any question? No? Enough? Okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Number 3. Okay, again, please come for your time. If you already speak for more than 5, I will try to shortlist, then you will know you have to speed up, okay?
Hello guys, good morning. As in here, we'll explain about our training in CPC Training Center. Okay.
My name is Lydia Bernardi and my Chinese name is Putia.
And then me is Tsuchi and Malati, and my Chinese name is Rosu. Okay, I will explain first. What is CPC? I think all of Taiwanese know about CPC because CPC is a very big company, and CPC is a core of Taiwanese petrochemical industry. And then we got opportunity to train at there and on for until 6 December 2018. And day 1 is 4 December 2018. Yeah. After we arrived in CPC Training Center, we get our K room, and we all the roommate is determined by the committee, and the room is consists by 2 people. Okay. After we go to our room and then we lunch together in CPC Training Center. After that, we have to go to the class, and the material is about international marketing and international trade practice. And this class is delivered by English is so helpful because our Mandarin is not good, yeah. And then and the class is finished at 4:20 p.m. After that, we get a short break, and after that we have to dinner together, and then we get our free time, and me and my friend decide to go to night market around the CPC Training Center, and we have to go back to CPC Training Center before 10 p.m. because that's limit time, yeah. And then day 2.
And day 2 start in 7 a.m. Start with our breakfast. First we have breakfast, and the food is, I think everyone like the food because the taste is same with Indonesian food. Maybe some food is same. And the next after breakfast we have to go CFR and this test laboratory. There was a checkpoint for each oil product. There we entered and were even allowed to touch the tools. They have oils and make the oil last longer, because if they have lost the oil make a last longer, everyone make use and everyone can use this oil, and everyone believe the product. The product from CPC. The next, after that we have to time for lunch, and then we have a material, maybe strategy marketing, and they have a different with the other because the class is like games. They have many games, and we learn about the game. We have to teamwork. We have to know the other people. We know about. We have to do something, and we have to want to do. At the end of the class, there were several students who were asked to deliver messages and impressions. There were some who remember the message and the impression they conveyed more or less like this. Things like this we will remember if come back to our respective country someday. This is what makes us closer like no before. I never knew he caught them so beautiful, but through this program I know that he caught them very well. This program really makes us happy memories. The word very touching to her. And this photo after games. And the tree and the last star about same 72, and this is transitional human resource development for petrochemical industry.
Yeah, after breakfast we have to go back to the class and we get the seminar, and the title is about transitional human resource development for petrochemical industry. And again, the material is delivered by English and it's very helpful for us. And the material explain about discussing about business profit of CPC and domestic and international exploration, refinery business division, marketing business division, and the others. And the seminar is finished at 9:30 p.m. After that, we go to Hinoki Village. Yeah, Hinoki Village is a place like in Japan. The atmosphere like in Japan. The house is designed like in Japan, and there we get a lot of photo because it's very beautiful place. Yeah, we buy some souvenir and we take picture together at there. And then after go to Hinoki Village, we go back to CPC Training Center to packing our goods. And then we go to industry cluster in Taiwan. Yeah, the place is like in photo. And there we explain about how to treat the trees, and then yeah, I mean like how to treat the trees and okay. Next, how to join CPC. Yeah. Number 1 is become our agent in your country, and number two is join in our investment company in Vietnam exploration section foreign branch, and number 3 work in the domestic company of your country to do business with CPC, and number 4 is get married with Taiwanese girl or boy for getting nationality of Taiwan. Then participate in recruitment exam of CPC. And what did we get from this training? Yeah, we get a lot of knowledge, enjoyment, and experience. Thanks. That's our presentation. Any question? Okay. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, thanks for the chance to make our presentation. First of all, I would like to introduce my group. First, me is Sona Alficom. My Chinese name is Kang Sona, and then my group member. Okay, we are come from Indonesia, and today we would like to present about the field trip report. Okay, before I make a detailed presentation about the field trip report, I would like to share. Pay attention please, my friends. Okay, basically, as a student, we learn in the class, but also we can learn in the field trip session, like CSU University had a field trip to CPC. This is also learning, not only learning in the class, but also learning in the factory. This is more important than we just learning in the class as a student. And because the duration of presentation is about 5 minutes, our group would like to present about the career with CPC and research and development. So the point of our group is focus on the career with CPC and research and development. Okay, first of all, I would like to share about the company overview first. CPC. CPC Corporation Taiwan engaged in the exploration, production, refining, procurement, transportation, storage, and marketing of oil and gas. And the company provides full oil, including automatic, unleaded gasoline, and diesel fuel, also full oil, marine residual fuel, and aviation fuel, petrochemical such as ethylene, propylene, butadiene, benzene, paraxylene, and oxygen extra. Next. And next slide is about the career with CPC. From the field trip, we got about the experience and knowledge, and why we choose about the topic of career with CPC. Because from the field trip, we have an expectation in the future after we graduate from the college. We have an expectation we can get a job maybe from the CPC or extra. So we learn about the business, about the business ethic from CPC, and about the vision, mission, and about the knowledge and more experience and research and development. First, career with CPC. CPC is a consensus employer. So what does it mean of CPC is a consensus employer? I will tell you about the detail. Yeah, CPC is consensus employer. The company endeavors to bring out the potential of its employees through long-term training and career development. In addition, we strive to improve employee welfare and work incentive by offering lifelong learning subsidies, maternity and paternity leave, paid annual vacation, payment for overtime, and a pleasant, safe, secure working environment. We believe that happy people make a company remarkable. And then a strong code of ethics is about ethics. So what does it mean, strong code of ethics? CPC standard of business conduct govern its employment practice. This standard embody our commitment to provide equal employment opportunities, to prohibit harassment and discrimination in the workplace, and to align with applicable laws and regulations in the countries where we operate any form of discrimination by our employees, contractors, suppliers, and customers throughout CPC working environment is strictly prohibited. And then CPC is committed to talent development. Our company has been continuously engaged in organizational and process re-engineering in recent years to optimize use of its human capital resource. Versatile talent are alternate dual job rotation, and there is ongoing recruitment of young professionals, but with objective of an overall upgrading in our people's competence and competitiveness. To achieve its growth target, the company offers management and leadership development training to help senior executives realize their full potential. And then, growth training and the encouragement of learning. In line of needs arising from our company's transformation process, a second skill training program has been introduced. In addition, employees are chosen on a regular basis to go abroad for advanced study, research, internship, or to participate in seminar that relate to the various needs of the business. And the last point is CPC College of Petroleum Development Business Skill. Yeah. To this end, 4 departments have been established: refining, extraction, and production, marketing, and engineering. Each course is divided into basic, intermediate, and advanced level academic, industry, professional, and house expert. So the point is, career with CPC is we can working and we can still live while we work every day in CPC. So we can improve ourselves to make a better skill and to make a better knowledge. And then, next slide. Okay, about the research and development of CPC. CPC has always attached great importance to research and development, or R&D, as being fundamental to corporate innovation and sustainable operation. The company currently has an Exploration and Development Research Institute, or ADRI in Maui, its Refining and Manufacturing Research Institute in Chiayi, and a Green Technology Research Institute and Material Testing and Certification Center in Kaohsiung. These facilities are responsible for all research in their respective domains, with the headquarters-based planning department responsible for overall research, operation management, and control. In conclusion, from the field trip, we got of experience, knowledge, and how careers in CPC. So in the future, we can prepare about ourselves to do the best in our study and to do the best to make our future bright with career with CPC, and we can get a job from CPC if we do our best in the class and graduate with great score. Next presentation will be presented by my friend Hero.
Okay, here I will tell you about the next slide. Research and development of CPC. Its CPC R&D unit has two-fold strategy. Firstly, working with the company for business unit, improve current industry standard exploration and refining technology and resolve process and production practice. Second, building its own unit technology and with addressing new energy source. So, and then I will tell you about this is, I think this is the main point. If I have opportunity to work in CPC, I will. So the question is, what can I do if I work in CPC? Do you remember this? This is CPC agro industry. They only have 6 people to handle this agro industry. 2 hectares of agro industry land. Can you imagine that? So the answer is because they use semi-automatic irrigation system. The boss needs to turn off the system and the water will shower the plant. But if I work in CPC, I will build the automatic irrigation system. So all of the process will be automatic. So what do we need in here? Yeah. That is a thermal sensor. This thermal sensor will detect the heat of the sun, and the light sensor will detect the position of the sun. And then computer processing. This computer processing will get data from thermal sensor and light sensor, and then will give command to electric motor to move the shower. Okay. Yes, I think just like that. Okay, thank you for the clarification. Yeah.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today we want to presentation about the field trip report CPC Corporation Taiwan. And the first, I want to introduce my group member. My name is Widya Satya Nugraha.
My name is Adi Susatyo.
This is, we have 4 table of content in our presentation. The first about the introduction, the second about the discussion, the third about conclusion, and the last about Q&A. The first about the introduction. CPC was founded on 1 June 1646 in Shanghai by Taiwan government, by the Government of Republic of China, ROC, of mainland China. Before the Taiwan founded on 1 June 1646, CPC founded on 1644, but the file and CPC get the information and looking for the information about the setup, the production and export important, and founded again on 1 June 1646 in Shanghai. And CPC, the product CPC not just sell about the petroleum, but also include the surveying, extracting, refueling, and transportation. And it also produces various chemical and has retail outlet all over Taiwan. In the training program, we were very fortunate to be given the opportunity to study at CPC Corporation. And we conduct a field trip visit on 4 to 6 December 2018. And I think not just me, we learned many things during to following training program to CPC. And we learn include the international marketing, international trade, the development, transportation, human resource for the petrochemical industry, and looking at the process of testing machine with projects from CPC, motivational training, and industry culture on quality agriculture Taiwan. And in the first day, we held an opening ceremony, and the next we have class about the international marketing and international trade practice class. In the class, the material presented by Prof. Lee Yujian, the material include about first about what is the international marketing. In the first, we learn about the discover need and want of customer, and then manufacture product that meet customer need and want, and then about the 4P and 7P. In the second, about the internationalization process of enterprise. In the session, we learn about the market size, increase revenue, and the create benefit. In the third, about the international marketing entry model, we learn about the indirect export, about the domestic processing and piggybacking, like support company to company, and then direct export. I think this is important. If you want to buy something product from the other country, and then about involvement in the market, we learn about the joint venture and strategic alliance. The next about the barrier to internationalization of company and international product strategy, standardization, correction, and branding. And the next presentation will be present by my friend.
Okay, the second day, we got the R&D batch for the petrochemical industry. CPC has always attached its importance to research and development as being fundamental to corporate innovation and sustainable operations. The company currently has an exploration and development institute in Myanmar, its refining and manufacturing research institute in Chiayi, Engineering Technology Research Institute in Material Testing and Certification Center in Calcium. These facilities are responsible for our research in their respect. Domains with the headquarters-based planning department responsible for overall R&D, operation management and control. The R&D is primarily focused on evaluating geological data and samples for their oil and gas production potential and on drilling technology research. Refining manufacturing research institutes and development solution for on-site set production balance in manufacturing lubricants and other petrochemical products. The Green Technology Research Institute is concerned with technology development related to biofuels, renewable energy and green materials, and to the high fuel petrochemical industry promotion policy of the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Assist manufacturers with the methodology for condition belt more production tasks. The material testing and certification centers work in centered on proving the commercial potential mainly of materials derived from the hydrocarbon, lead and process CPC in its various business. The after lunch, we continue the motivation training activities get by the CPC training team, where we were taught how to establish good teamwork and solve problems is effective. The last day, we got materials for transnational human resource development for the petrochemical industry. In order to increase the productivity and competitiveness of the petrochemical industry, what needs to be done is, among others, the development of quality human resources in the sector that are in line with current development in the industrial era 4.0 after meant to improve the quality of human resources so that they are in accordance with what is needed be conduction trainings with trainers who are competent in the field. The end of our activity was visiting the industry cluster in Taiwan, quality agriculture under the auspices of the CPC Corporation. There we saw agriculture land that were so fast and modern. We saw how the greenhouse farming system, starting from seed nursery using seed planting machines, planting in greenhouse fields, and watering system using machine so that evaporated water is exposed to plants. Conclusion, CPC Corporation is one of the big companies in the world, especially in Taiwan. From the internship program at the CPC Corporation, we learned a lot that working in a big company must also have a bigger pressure. We also learned about international marketing and international practice, the development of transnational human resource for the petrochemical industry, looking at the process of testing machines with products from CPC, motivational training, and industrial cluster on quality agriculture Taiwan. Okay, thank you for attention.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I think we need to speed up our presentation because we just have 5 minutes, right, boss? Okay, the introduction of CPC will
CPC Cherry Training Center. Located in Cherry City, the CPC Training Center covers an area of 4 hectares. The park is full of trees, pavilions, and beautiful scenery. It is a good place to study. Cooperating with CPC Business Development and National Economic Construction needs to have all kinds of training required by CPC and the energy petrochemical industry. For a long time, there have been numerous talents in cultivating energy and petrochemicals, laying a solid foundation for enterprise development. And this is a location of the CPC training services in CICT. The institute operates the core functional training course for energy and petrochemical. There are 4 core training categories, namely management, safety and security, business, and other industry-based cooperation base. This training category follows the implementation of TTPS and ISO quality management system. The vision of to become a pioneer and benchmark for talent training in the energy and petrochemical industry. The business direction. With the development of time and environment, the name and positioning of training institute will change accordingly. However, no matter how it changes, it is the spirit of service and innovation. It strives to build a good learning environment for enterprise and continuously introduce new teaching methods and leaders actively planning and implementing appropriate training programs and hope to achieve the task of enhancing the knowledge of students, work, department for professional skills, and developing the potential of employees, making the training center an important base for knowledge, management, and experience in heritage. And the next is employment experience.
So this is the training commitment on our 3 days in CPC. Based on the training orientation, vision, and business direction, the training teams promise that every student can receive systematic and professional training and guidance. To meet this commitment, the Training Institute will follow and implement DCGS and ISO quality management system, build a competitive training and learning development system, and review and improve continuously. I'm sorry because I'm losing my photo, so I just share the schedule. First, we come to CPC, we going to class and class service to introduce some rules in CPC because we are training and we need to get that rules, and after that lunch break, opening ceremony, and we have another class. It's about international marketing and international trade practice. And the next day, the day 2, it's about R&D and base for petrochemical industry. It's just look at NRD on CPC. After that, we lunch break, and in evening we got team motivation for marketing. Like our team, another team say it's like just a game. And day 3, we are roaming to Himaki Village, and after that lunch break, and next we look at industry cluster in Taiwan, quality agriculture. This is from CPC 2. And the next, this is a building that classroom. And next, this is ballroom and this first classroom. Next, this is our dormitory in CPC, and For one room, we serve for 2 people. And next, this is a building for a restaurant. Okay, thank you for our presentation.
早上好，今天我们会说说看我们的报告，还是我们会接受我们的报告？我们就嘉义3点呢，然后我们现在学习国际商业管理，然后我们走国际职业机，然后我是张美玲，然后艾可呢。这个呢，我们找遍前面的经验的解决，然后这个在台湾的中游，我们在那边学习第一个是国际营销 行销 international marketing， 然后呢有石化行业 petrochemical industry， 然后营销团队 marketing team， 然后有 human resource 人力资源和有机农业 quality agriculture， 然后我们去那边是国际学生 international student， 然后从泰国学生 Thailand student， 印尼的学生 Indonesian student， Philippines 学生 Philippine student， Mongolia student 美国学生。然后这个的老师的名单，list the teacher， 在台湾的中游 CPC， 在石化行业 petrochemical industry， 我们有2个老师 have 2 teachers， 在营销团队有3个老师，因为我们很多错在那边。然后我们就嘉义这个月大概4号到1号，然后我们就第一个是台湾的中游，第2个是台港有机农业，第3个是这个很多的文化在这边，回忆生活中 Hanoi Village。
Okay, the first day, our activities. International marketing and international trade practice as what is international marketing? The process of international enterprise, international marketing and remote involvement in the international market, international product strategy, standardization and correction. And for the second day, the first activity is R&D based for petrochemical industry. The future research and development vision of the petrochemical industry needs to provide long-term commitment to investment in R&D and strive for continuous innovation in terms of raw material usage, energy efficiency, process operation improvement, technology forecasting, and adoption of emerging technology, in particular on recycling technology and development of recyclable projects. But in this activity, I think we learn about what's
department for and what's the function of this mission in CPC. And the second section in first day is team build marketing team. Team building is one of the most important responsibility a leader has. It is something that can be achieved in short time and then forgotten. It is an ongoing organic process that we will have to facilitate and guide. And this process unfolds, however, our team members will begin to trust and support each other and share their skill sets and effort in order to effectively complete our organization goals. But I think this section is just games, but these games have meaning. Like we have to build our working team and togetherness, and for relax our brain, of course. Okay, the next and our first activity in third days is human resource development. This is the last course about joint venture Mexico Corporation Limited Vietnam, ability of new generation and how to join the CPC. The import, export, blending, and distribution of lubricant utilities for chemical storage tanks. I don't know how to explain this part because I still sleep there. Sorry. Yeah, and after boring activity, we go to Hindoki village Chiai. Learning about Chiai complex history with children can be done here. Sickness is in English, shop owners are welcoming and shopping is fantastic. This is where you can find the best souvenirs to bring home. Products are related to Chiai and are very unique and decently priced. Also beautiful village are a great place for the photo shoot. I think in this section is we just can take a rest for a while and enjoy beautiful place like in Japan, but we just stay in Taiwan. And the last activity is quality agriculture. And here we have learned about this organic agriculture farming. Organic agriculture is a production system that sustains the health of soils, ecosystem, and people. It relies on ecological processes, biodiversity, and cycles adapted to local conditions, rather than the use of inputs with adverse effects. This farm have just seven employees, that 6 employees and 1 boss. As it has automated farming systems such as automatic watering system, automatic growing system. There are vehicles for taking farms. Okay, thanks for your attention.
Today I will explain a short story. I joined the training center in CPC Corporation Taiwan. The first one about my outline. I tell about the first day in CPC. It's about the company overview, international marketing, and international trade practice. And the second day is about the research development. The third day is about the translation human resource development for the petrochemical industry, and the fourth is conclusion. So the first day is about the company overview. The company was formerly known as Chinese Petroleum Corporation and changed name to CPC Corporation in February 2007. CPC Corporation was formed and is developed in City Island. So, the first day I come is opening ceremony, is telling about the regulation and facility about weekend. It's like a lunch, breakfast, and then like a dinner, and what we can to do. It's like smoking on this area, on this set. And then we continue about international marketing and international practice is delivered by Prof. DUG. It's like I study 1 year about international marketing, but he listen to us in 2 hours. It's like this is the company. And the second day, we are visit about the research and development in engineer test laboratory. This is the best, I think, like example, from the oil base, we make it like a gasoline, like a grease, like a petroleum, and they test what they sell is good product for us. And after lunch, we get motivation training. This is amazing because I learned about a good teamwork and can solve problem with in the team. And the third day is translation human research and development for the petrochemical industry. It's telling about the import and export, like the CPC company can grow up with the other companies, like Vietnam country and Indonesia. And we are visiting industry cluster in Taiwan quality agriculture under the auspices of the CPC Corporation. There are so agricultural land that was so fast and modern. On the grain mouse farming system start from seed nursery using seed planting machine, planting in the grain mouse fields, and watering system using machine, so even water is export to the plant. And then about my conclusion, I'm very happy and be a part in this training program. It's short day, just 3 days, but I can learn many things. It's not about business, but it's about many things, like business, like engineering, like I can know how to export, import, and all that company make how to can join the part like CPC Corporation. I think it's all my short story in this presentation. Terima kasih.